What's happening, troops? Wow, that's digging in. What's happening, troops? Welcome back to a new video here on the SharpDiv YouTube channel. Today I am joined with cjnovo992. First time been on the channel, I think, since the Rangers Celtic game. So quite good to get you on the day, mate.
I know, it's good, isn't it? The little Christmas cheer and that going on. Everything's great.
Everything's going great. How are you feeling about that?
I'm just enjoying myself, mate. I'm enjoying every aspect of it. Let's put it that way.
Right, let's. I think obviously the last one that we done where we done like a wee Zoom chat. It was after the Galatasaray game. Obviously, a lot has happened since then. So before we maybe talk a wee bit about what happened yesterday and how everything in the league's been going, how impressed have you been with in Europe, mate? Because since that Galatasaray, it just looks sort of we've no look back, eh?
It's absolutely frightening. People might obviously look at the Benfica sort of way the games actually went, but if you look at the positions we're putting ourselves in versus a team that spent 100 million in the summer, it's unbelievable. And I just like the fact that even in our most recent game, Standard, or whenever this actually comes out, I don't know when, it'll be before the next game, but we just played Standard and they actually tweaked their tactics to play against us, which is massive, because now it's not about, they just turn up and do what they want and we've got to try and kind of part the bus and see what we get. No, they're actually having to adjust to our game plan and trying to take Tavernier and Barisic at the game. That's why they were playing a 3-4-3, is to slow our fullbacks down. That's amazing that we've got that much amount of respect now in Europe.
Even in the Benfica games, although we end up drawing both games, we were actually the team that didn't look like losing, which is mental. Yeah. They scored almost double the amount of goals we've conceded in the league all season, which is free, obviously. They scored 5 goals and still couldn't beat us, mate. That just showed me how far we've came, and then we go and get the job done versus Liège, who I thought were brilliant on the day, mate.
Yeah, they were, definitely. You can see what they've got about them as well. They've really got a bit of football, like they can play it out for the back, they can go long if they want, and they've got the pacey players to hurt you. They're kind of well suited to European football, put it that way. But I was really impressed with how we dealt with them. And again, it wasn't the best performance. I think it's probably our worst if you look at our European run lately. But what I liked about it is we can have a worse performance in Europe and still win the game of football. You know what I mean? And I just liked that. That was a different character of the Rangers team, because everyone, when it all flows in the right way, it's easy. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's brave enough to get on the ball. But what happens when everyone isn't at their best? What happens when the touches aren't coming off? Who's brave to get on the ball? And everyone was. That's what I liked about the team there.
Absolutely class, mate. Everybody at the moment is obviously all talking about Celtic. They're talking about how Minster doing, and quite rightly so. I think it's 2 wins in 12 games or something like that. But that's why I kind of wanted to get you on the day as well, mate. I wanted to talk about Rangers, because Rangers are kind of, although everybody's ranting and raving about them, everybody's talking about what's happening on the other side of the city. Obviously, there's riots and stuff like that after games.
Barriers getting flung about.
Barriers, and it's all a bit mental. Did you see that? Did you see the shot one? That was mental, mate. But
was that Ryan? Was that Ryan? It was thrown.
You know what? Could have been. Would not surprise me, mate. Would not surprise me.
Is that why he's not here? Is this why you've got me on to talk Rangers sides, because Ryan's not replying to your messages? Me neither. He's blocked me. He
thinks he's big time now because he's on the trending page after his wee rant yesterday. It's not going well for him, mate. It's not going well. But let's just skate out that, because definitely. Let's talk about Rangers today. Yesterday exactly, it is about time. It is about time. Yesterday we beat Ross County 4-0. I don't know if I'm more buzzing with the result or the fact that I said in your comment section 4-0.
I knew that was. This is the only reason I'm here. Because you called it.
No, but
I bet you were choking on that 93rd minute goal, 92nd. You're like, come on.
I was indeed. I was buzzing at Brad Pitts, bro. But in the first 30 minutes or so, up until Rangers get the breakdown, there were some people thinking that we weren't playing at our best. But listen, Ross County, they tried to make it hard for us to beat them, to break them down. And it took a really special pass for Steve Davis to put Tav down the right-hand side. And the manager spoke about it after the match as well, CJ, and he says that's somewhere that the coaching staff seen, and they were just waiting on the right moment to get Tav down that channel. And you spoke about it in your video as well, how impressed you were with Morelos in that move.
He's so important there,
but I just wanted to get your thoughts on maybe the first 30 minutes and then us actually breaking the deadlock.
I thought Ross County came into the game fully confidence based on what happened obviously the previous week, and the way they always set up, it's always going to be very difficult to break down, especially when they've got that bit of bounce. And you saw that from them. They're well disciplined. The manager does a great job there. Let's be brutally honest with that. Everyone buys into it. They stick to the game plan. Their game plan was working perfectly, and they almost really took that to the next level when they cut inside Balogun and hit a shot I thought was going into the back of net, but Alan McGregor was there. And as I said in my video yesterday, the second that ball touched Alan McGregor's paw, the game changed and Rangers really took over it. So that was the warning scare for me. The first 25 minutes, bit passive, but you could see as we were trying to work it out. You know what I mean? It's like we were looking at the Matrix code. We're saying, oh, there's 5 guys there.
The passing,
can't really do none.
The passing was still getting zipped about, wasn't it? They were just looking for that wee chance. That moment, exactly, and then it eventually comes. So, listen, it wasn't a bad performance at all until that. That's going to happen. That's going to happen over the course of the season. You know what it's like coming up against teams when they're going to play Rangers. They're going to sit right back and they're going to try and hit us on the counter. As you said, I thought that was a great point that you made there about Alan McGregor making that save, because that's something that everybody will look, they'll say Rangers won 4-0, this and that, and nobody will talk about that save. And that did give us the foundation to then go on and break the deadlock. And that's what a top goalkeeper's all about, isn't it? When you might
that's what a goalie's all about.
You might not be called upon 10 times in a game at a club like Rangers at this level, but it might just be that 1 or 2 times. And Alan McGregor was just brilliant with that save, mate.
We've got a wee saying on the channel, obviously, the McGregor moment. There's one in every match. It doesn't matter how long it is, if it comes in the first minute or the 90th minute, there will be that one moment where Alan McGregor does something. He is, and that's a great testament to him, because everything he's accomplished in his career, and could be sitting there with his feet up reading books for most of the games, but there's always that moment where it's a set piece or when somebody manages to get in behind their defence. He's big, and I just thought that save there and the way he went mental at everyone, that kind of turned it up. And Morelos is so important with the way he actually brings it out. And what I liked about the first goal as well, Div, is Morelos doesn't even just bring the defender out. He actually could pass that away right away, but he doesn't. He waits, then he does it. As soon as that gap's there, and Davis just does the rest. And the pass to Tab's brilliant. The cross in's brilliant. But what I like is Roof's determination to get there as well, because he's no favourite to get there.
No.
That's a big centre half that's in front of him, but he just wants it there, and he's got that. So very buzzing with that, and you could see what it meant to the whole team, because everyone was like, we've got this now. That's
something that I love at the moment. It's just everybody is on the same page. Everybody knows exactly what they're doing. The intelligence of Alfredo Morelos there, where some people can look at his first half, maybe look at his game and say certain things and try and criticise him. But if you really break it down, he's doing a different role this season, and that was also a big part in us breaking the deadlock. And just buzzing, Kemar Roof got the goal as well. And then obviously we went on to impose ourselves really in the game, mate.
Aye. I thought there was something quite interesting as well, because I've obviously got a PS5 now. I can't get Rangers TV on the PS5 because it isn't a web browser yet.
Oh, you got the PS5?
I have, mate. Aye. But I was saying that because I was talking to you at the game. I couldn't watch it on Rangers TV. I had to watch it on Sky Sports, and I tried not to do that. But I was actually watching before the game. I was very, very surprised, and I thought this was very interesting, that Chris Boyd was very, very critical of Alfredo Morelos. But Foster, who has a bit a love-hate relationship, especially for me, because he missed that chance versus Valencia. But he said from a defensive point of view, he can understand what he's actually doing, because he's bringing defenders out. And he says, if I was playing blah, blah, blah against him, I'd have to get soaked out. So I thought it was interesting that the defender was praising what Morelos is doing this season, but the out-and-out striker was slamming Morelos for no scoring goals. But there's more than scoring goals now, and this is why we're where we are, because last season we relied on Morelos or bust. We didn't do nothing. No.
This is it. Exactly, this is a new role that Morelos is playing every game.
Yeah.
He's not going to score now every game because he's not the exact focal point, but if he can keep the movement that he's doing, eventually he'll create space, or he'll end up getting on the end of something as well, which he almost done with the Tav one.
I've never seen any luck like this in my entire life, man. Exactly. Every shot he has is blocked, or someone scoring own goals to stop him from scoring. It's sad.
It is sad, mate. It is.
Shambles.
I always moan during the games, like, see when a chance, like an easy chance or something like that falls to Ryan Kent or Roof or even Tavernier or something, I'm like, oh, nothing is falling to be Morelos at the moment, and that's just what's happening. But he's putting in some shift, and fans shouldn't overlook that, mate. He's still a key part of your attack, isn't he?
Oh, 100%. And you can even see by his reactions that have gone off and everything, like people laughing at it. But I like that. See, if he wasn't a baller and he didn't bother about scoring goals or doing anything for Rangers, he wouldn't be caring that he's getting substituted off. But he's pissed off coming off, and that shows you how much he wants to go in there and play. I love it as well. Brilliant.
Because he wants to be on there for as long as possible, scoring goals and putting in performances. For sure.
Absolutely. And I was actually a wee bit surprised Morelos started the game because I thought it was going to be Defoe because that was kind of the routine that it was actually going. But when you look at just how defensive they actually set up, the space that was in the second half for Defoe, I didn't think would have been there for Defoe to start the game. Morelos was important to break down that barrier, create the space. Then you've got the luxury of bringing on Jermaine Defoe to take advantage of the gaps. And I thought it really worked well, and the manager got that absolute spot on, in my opinion.
Brilliant. That man Tavernier again, mate. He gets the second goal, sets up the OG. He's just flying in all cylinders, and it's something that I'm absolutely buzzing about because in the last video I made there, I went through some of the Europa League games that we've had in the past, and one of Tav's biggest moments of madness was probably in that Young Boys game where we were up. The header and went up throwing it. The amount of criticism that he got after that game was probably rightfully deserved, but just to how far he's came now, it's every single week, mate. Every week he's up there getting man of the matches, putting in performances, defensively as well, scoring goals, getting assists, and just how far he's came in a short period of time. I'm just absolutely buzzing with that, and the leadership as well is just through the roof at the moment.
Oh, and especially the fact that there's no fans now there. We're getting to hear things back and you're getting to see clips. And even the goal we scored, obviously, at Standard, the winning goal for Scotty Arfield, you can literally hear Tavernier shout, go, 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 because he sets the precedent when to do the push. It's him that sets everything off for the team. And he's in the other end of the park, yet they're still waiting for his word. That's just at the level he's at. And something I actually picked up on, I didn't even think I mentioned it in my video, so a wee bit exclusive here for you, Div. But I've seen that Gerrard... Lovely job, Leonard. Gerrard's kind of said after the game that the run that Tavernier's on he's never seen before, the level of consistency, and he's doing his own research before the games. So he's not waiting to be told what to do. Tavernier is researching the opponent, researching things, and then bringing that into the coach room. And I just thought that was so interesting and a wee soundbite that I didn't think enough people was actually talking about, but he's out there doing his own research before the game and bringing in saying that's how I'm going to go with that. And that just shows you the level of commitment that he's got this season. He really, really wants it this year, and you can tell by the way he plays. First minute to the last, he's up doing all fucking day, man. It's scary. Absolutely.
And another thing that he was criticised for a lot, that he's just absolutely flying at this season, is that leadership and is that in defence as well. And the manager said after the match, listen, it's good for James, he gets the goals, he gets the assists, and he gets the man of the matches and the plaudits, but I'm more concerned with clean sheets. And that's something that the Rangers defence
19
have, there you go, 19 games are flying at the moment. And see, to be honest with you, mate, see if there was something that I'm most proud of this season, and when I look at like the Rangers team, it's actually the defence. Like, see when we're going up 1-0, 2-0, I just don't want us to concede, even if we're already flying. I'd be raging that we concede, whereas maybe in the past, you maybe be winning a game 3 or 4-0 and a goal goes in, you're like, I'll be a bit annoyed for the goalie, but it's 4-1, 5-1. Now I feel like if we conceded, I'd be like, damn it, because I know
Can I ask you, Sandiv, is that because you've got the Rangers defence in your fantasy team?
Probably, and I'm trying to catch up with you, big man. I'm trying to catch up with you. Listen, I like that. Listen, James Tavernier and Connor Goldson's fantasy points this season have been unbelievable, haven't they?
Unreal, man. Unreal.
Do you know what, actually? It might be a wee bit subconscious in my mind. You know? I'm caring more about my fantasy team than the actual team there, but...
You're like, go in the corner!
At 4-0. Cedric, what are you doing, mate? Why are you swearing that Jermaine Defoe for the 4-0? They could have easily hit us in the counter there, you know? You're big dafty game. Talking about big Cedric, listen, he played in the Falkirk game. It was a chance for him to go and shows what he can do. I think he actually... I'd be more... concerned if he wasn't involved in games. He did everything but score in the Falkirk game, and I was just buzzing for him,
listen, mate. No everybody can score at Falkirk Stadium. No everyone can score.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Listen, I know. But Big Cedric, when he came on, obviously ferocious, gets in amongst it like a dog eating beetroot, puts it in a plate for that man, Jermaine Defoe, for his I don't know what goal, but it was his 800th club game, I believe, or 800th career game, and he gets a goal. That guy's extraordinary too, isn't he?
His movement's just unreal. And what you're kind of talking about, Cedric, there, I just thought the way he approached the game, even Hadji and all the subs that came on, it wasn't because the game was over, right? Let's be brutally honest. But everyone came in with a point to prove. The standards did they drop, the intensity did they drop, and that's all that goal is. That is just someone that, because it's the 91st minute, the game's done. It's a long ball. You can easily just watch that go to the defender, go to the goalkeeper, the punt it, the game's over. But he refuses. He wants to keep that intensity on to show the management and staff what he can do. And that's just, he just hounds and hounds and hounds the defender. Then he's got the quality. Because I thought, just go and hit it yourself because I just want him to score. But he's got that unselfishness. Even though he's a striker and he's going to be judged on goals, he doesn't care. He does the right thing, passes Defoe in. Every part of that Defoe goal he means. I swear to God. The
that's
touch,
his bread
the
and
swivel,
butter, isn't it? See, when he's back to goal, oh my, you're just waiting for the net to ripple, and it does exactly that. Was it not a double nutmeg as well?
Double nutmeg.
So talk to me. Come on. Beautiful for the boy, Jermaine.
I'm sure, see, if you asked him, you'd say, ask him a question like, did you see that goal happening before it happened? I bet you'd say aye, because he's already got that. See, when that ball's coming, he's like, I'm going to touch it, I'm going to swivel it, I'm going to put it at the back of the net.
You hit the nail on the head. His goal scoring abilities are unbelievable. And you can just tell it's something that he's been practicing all his life. When that ball comes to Jermaine Defoe, back to goal, left, right, any way you want, and it's in the back of the net, which touches on the squad depth now. And it's a testament to the squad depth. The guys like Cedric coming on, even Hadji, every game. Hadji still... maybe no now, but I think going into this game, he was joint top assister in the league with Tav. So this is a guy that's not playing consistently anymore as well. But as I said, it's just a testament to the squad depth at the moment because all these guys are coming on and they're doing so well.
I think, Devanio, you have crassed. That's it. See when you start talking about squad depth, man, my internet gets too excited. I talk about them. Say Hadji's name again. Say it.
The wee latency bit's going up and down, up and down, up and down, like the clappers.
Just like Tavernier on that fucking right wing.
Just call it half, you know. So the squad depth's brilliant at the moment as well. We've got guys like Zungu coming on, and it's superb, isn't it? It really is.
I'm just really impressed, and you can see the literally step by step, season upon season, we've been building to where we are now, and Gerrard's literally reaping the benefit of all that hard work and all that sacrifice. And you've got the players that's been here, matured and got to that level, and then you've also got the people now joining in, seeing what it's like on the standards and training, and that's the baptism of fire. Because if you're no winning that battle, you're getting absolutely nowhere near the team. And I just love everything about the way your club's run now. It's just all gone. Everyone's buying into the deal. You're talking about Defoe on that, one of the best goal scorers. He's got no right to track back and defend. But I literally seen him at CDM twice. And then in a game before, he was at left back blocking a cross, Div. Do you know what I mean? See what I'm saying here?
That's another
unselfish.
That's another thing that I've seen a lot of Rangers fans talking about, and it was that intensity, even at 3 and 4-0. Every player on that park still wanted to win the ball back for Ross County and go and hurt them again. And it's brilliant. It just shows you how ambitious they are this season. They're ruthless. And
ruthless. I see. I ken your part of it. I knew it was coming.
They are totally ruthless, though, and it's a joy to see. Looking into a lot of other different people that are putting stuff out and the radios and the newspapers and all that, some amount of people are saying that the league is over, mate. For me as a Rangers fan, and I think you agree with on this, it isn't over until Rangers lift that trophy. And it's something that Steven Gerrard is not getting caught up on as well, because he's maybe made that mistake in the past, and it's just all about the next game. It's about winning the next game. I think it's a wee bit outlandish to go out and start. Maybe it's for clicks, I don't know. The league's done and all that sort of stuff. But for me, it's no one until it's won. What's your thoughts on that, mate?
I'm 100%, mate. I like having banter. I like laughing, Ryan Murmanate's tears and all that stuff. But I want every single one of the Rangers players looking at the next game as a must-win. Because if we start sitting back, smelling the roses, we'll have a second half of the season like we did last season. In fact, God, there's no winter break or anything like that, because I couldn't handle that for a couple of weeks.
Dubai can go and...
Aye, get that gone right now. And I just hope, but Ken-san, I'm not even worried about that this season, because the way Gerrard's speaking, the way Mr. McAllister's speaking, you've got the boys out there just being absolute class, and you're hearing it from Tavernier as well. Every game is a cup final, and that's the only way you're ever going to win a league titles if you've got that mentality and you didn't start it, because you think if you're thinking the league's done, you look at that 25 minutes. If we didn't get that moment from Davis, Morelos, Roof, and then Tav, do we start thinking, we can drop points here? Fucking the league's done anyway. We've already won it. No, we need to have the same intensity. So there'll be no titles over hanging until literally we see Tavernier probably running up and down the right wing with the trophy. Fucking give me a shot at it. No.
Every time somebody wants a shot at me, he just tosses it for 18 yards outside the box and they're ready to catch it.
Goldson just hit the long balls.
Aye. But mate, that'll do us for this. Thanks a lot for coming on. CJ's links will be in the description, of course, as well. Get any wee finishing thoughts, my man?
No, just Merry Christmas. Goodbye to all. If you know, you know. All my weakness keep